Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I have for you guys another video of Black Clover Mobile. And inside of this one, you guys, we're going to be talking about, of course, the upcoming release of Hateful Fana and the Witch Queen. Now, since we are back on JP, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more JP content as well as my global and CA content as well. But JP is going to be having its half anniversary very soon, and with that coming as well, we will end up having Hateful Fana and the Witch Queen. Now, with these two incoming here, I have not actually covered this on the channel, but they came out at least a couple leaks for them came out a while back, in which you know, I am kind of stoked about, I guess you can say, especially for the Fana. Witch Queen's kind of interesting. I'm actually very interested to see how she ends up playing, but I'm fairly interested to see how they actually do inside of the game. Now, seeing how things are going down on at least JP, how all the banners are ending now, they most likely should be the upcoming new units here, especially seeing that the birthday for Witch Queen was already put inside of the game. So it pretty much confirms that she's going to be in there very soon anyways. Now, so with this in mind, you guys, the Witch Queen and Fana most likely will be a new meta, or at least a very new moving type of units here that's going to be very nice for the game and could actually bring a lot more interest into a couple of characters in the game as a whole for JP and KR. Now, with Fana here, we actually do have a couple translations, or at least rough translations here, being the third eye Hateful Fana here, in which she is able to actually have Harp on her skill 1, in which she throws Harp, dealing damage to an enemy, in which this grants her an increased damage dealt buff that will actually, if the enemy has an active taunt. So this is actually one of the few things that you have to have a little bit of taunt. Now with this one as well here, she does stack Hatred. Now what Hatred does is when using your special skill, she performs an extra attack, and this deals extra damage and can be stacked up to 5 times. So this is going to be very interesting when it does come down to her actual kit. And I feel like it actually be a very good, I guess you could say, thing for her in general, especially seeing it's a whole new mechanic. Now, one of the other things that I was interested about was, of course, her skill 2 here, in which her skill 2 is pretty much doing more hatred, but also has burn. So as we do know on JP, currently the burn meta is very high, and it's going to get worse, or at least better, as the time goes by here. And she ends up having more hatred with that and the burn, which can be very dangerous, seeing that, of course, with this burn, she most likely has that extra attack that most likely could proc a burn as well, seeing you are still technically using the same skill, which is going to make everything crazy, because this is an AoE attack and it is definitely going to be hard to deal with. Now, alongside this, of course, she has her ultimate here, which inflicts barrier removal on a random ally, not an enemy here, in which what this does here is you end up performing an extra attack, dealing multiple damage, or at least more damage here, as well as for each hatred stack on herself, you will deal an extra damage here with more attack percentage and attack. She's really going to be very interesting, but really makes her like that character that I can definitely see in the future that's going to be worth preparing for is the fact that she has immortality. Now, depending on, of course, if she has hatred stacks here, a maximum amount of her HP will be set to a certain amount. She will actually be able to grant herself immortality buff. Now, along with this here, she can also grant herself immortality buff even higher once it is actually duped up here. But if you're afflicted with a taunt or enhanced taunt, you actually have reduced damage taken, which is going to be kind of crazy. Now, this character is definitely going to be one that I would say you guys would like to prepare for, especially seeing she's actually how good she's going to be. So surely do try to prepare for that, especially seeing I think it's going to be officially released within the next, I think, 4 days or so for everyone. So it's going to be actually interesting. Now, with the lack of course, information of this could possibly do change, but of course, it's still good to say nonetheless that she will be a most likely good unit. Now, alongside this here, we do have the interesting things of Witch Queen as well, which I'm not as too excited about, but you know what? I still like the character, so I will be trying to check her out. In which with her, you actually have more of the bleed side of things here. She can HP recover, even have poison, bleed, and burn on her second skill, which could make her very interesting for at least some DOT teams here. Jack could possibly be useful with her, but who knows just yet. And then, of course, we do have her special, which also has bleed, lifesteal, and more as well with that. Now, if by the looks of it, she's probably going to be a power unit because her passive does say if all allies have the power attribute, she will grant something. So she's going to be a power unit most likely, which is going to be fairly interesting, giving us another red unit that's really good and could bring in a little bit of diversity with everything we currently have as well, or at least add on to certain teams that can be even more destructive. Now, one of the few things I did not say about Fana is she's actually going to be a sense character most likely, because it says if all allies have the sense attribute. This is going to be fairly interesting because we do know, of course, how dangerous the reds are. Of course, you still have Noelle Swimsuit, who is still crazy good out there. And then, of course, the newer units who are crazy good as well, who are red, are a little bit dangerous as well with this. So seeing a green unit coming into the meta is going to be fairly interesting, but could bring at least a twist and turn into the meta itself. So I can't wait to see how that goes here. Along with them, of course, is going to be some other stuff. We do have their movies. I know a lot of you guys saw it like a while back, but these are still new on my channel here. So of course, if you guys want to check out the movies, here they are, in which Fana looks absolutely stunning. I can't wait to see these characters very soon. It's going to be actually nice to actually get the play these two. I am going to be trying to get up my JP good enough to at least try to showcase them if I can pull them. But I don't know. I might either skip them or pull them. And most likely be a skip because as we do know, the half anniversary banners are going to be there, and I really do need to be pulling on those to get my JP account back on track. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think so far. Are you guys excited for the next 5 days? Here are 4 days that are coming, because this half anniversary coming up, as well as these two units, are going to be absolutely amazing. So surely do let me know down below. But till next time, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, slap that like button with your forehead and consider subscribing if you are new. We're trying to get back on our uploading train here. And tomorrow, I should have a very interesting video for you all, especially going on the CA version. So look forward to that. Peace out.